I grew up in a big old house in the woods in central Minnesota. I was a child of the forest, with a lot of freedom and joy, mixed in with dirt and mud. It's no wonder that when I'm in need of rest, renewal, or awe, I go to the woods. Sometimes I sit and wonder how I ended up a pastor when I have such disdain for working in and for people-filled institutions such as the Big C Church. And then I remember that my first cathedral was always the Oaks, towering higher and more regal than any institution could ever be. I was raised Catholic. My family attended Mass every weekend at the Big Abbey Church at St. John's University in Collegeville, Minnesota, where my father was a professor. We always sat in the front row, because with 3 kids, my parents knew that being in the direct line of sight to all those monks was a deterrent to bad behavior. It is a huge, cold, gray, and also starkly beautiful place. It was in that vast Catholic church where I learned the value of ritual, of hymns that made my heart sing, and spaces that smelled and sounded holy. It was not, however, where I learned about God. That happened elsewhere, over a lifetime of experiences and through music, nature, and relationships. But that vast sanctuary will forever hold a piece of my heart. As good Catholics, we didn't often miss church, even if we weren't at home. Like many Minnesotan families, we had a family place up north, and during those warm summer months, we'd get dragged out of the lake on late Saturday afternoon to attend 5 p.m. Mass at the tiny local Catholic church nearest the cabin. Despite most of these summer Masses being a hot and sticky blur in my mind, I do have very clear memories of my family occasionally driving the extra 10 minutes to attend church with my grandmother. My grandmother lived in another very small town nearby, with a huge and gorgeous Gothic Catholic church. One such memory stands out as particularly formative, as it has unintentionally become the foundation of my life of faith. My grandmother was a well-known member of her church and community, and anyone who has spent time in a small town knows that appearance matters a lot. I was trained in that front row of the big and formal Abbey Church, so a small community Catholic Mass was easy peasy. Or so I thought. You see, I'm left-handed, which shouldn't matter one bit to God, a country priest, or my grandmother. But when I used my left hand to make the sign of the cross, I did it backwards. My Grammy's hand quickly reached over to stop me mid-sign, and in an urgent, horrified whisper, she told me to do it again, but right this time, in order that it would count.